All right, let's take a look at how to evaluate the author of a book. So obviously, remember, we want our author to have credentials that show they are an expert in this topic in some way, right? So with a book, we can definitely look at that information. With articles that you find online, you may have to evaluate the organization that published it, but with a book, we should be able to find an author very easily. So here's an example book that I found that we have here in the BC Library called College Student Mental Health and Wellness Coping on Campus. And we see the author is Jeffrey A. Hayes. Now, typically there's not a lot of information about the author in the description on the library catalog. If you click on this, it will show any other books that we have by that author, so not really any information about him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to handy dandy Google, and I'm going to search Jeffrey A. Hayes. Make sure you do the whole name. You can see right here that we already see some information about him, but when I take the A out, it's a very different search. There's probably a lot of people that have a similar name, so when they do have a middle initial like that, make sure you add it in. So Jeffrey A. Hayes, this looks like him at Penn State College of Education. I'm already feeling good. He's a doctor. Okay, great. He's a professor of education in the Educational Psychology, Counseling, and Special Education program or department, and he also works in the programs of counselor education and rehabilitation and human services. Wonderful. There's his contact information. We can even download his CV, which is a fancy word for resume for academics. I love it when they give us this much information. It says he conducts research on psychotherapy with an emphasis on therapist factors that affect treatment outcomes. He also researches college student mental health, particularly among culturally diverse students. Since 2008, he has helped run the Center for Collegiate Mental Health. Oh my goodness. And our book is called College Student Mental Health and Wellness Coping on Campus. And he runs a whole institute or a whole center on that topic. And that's one of his main research interests. So that's amazing. It says he is a licensed psychologist. That's really important. Let's figure out if we can find even more information. Does it say where he got his degree? No, we may have to go into his CV for that. So let's look. So we can see that he got his Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling Psychology, APA accredited, that's very good, at the University of Maryland. And then we can also see all of his fancy accolades on the rest of the CV. So I would say this is absolutely a 3. He has so many credentials that make him an excellent author.